The most dangerous place in life is not failure. It's being comfortable enough to stop trying. Being average is not a weakness. Let me say that again. Being average is not a weakness. It's a skill. Yes, a skill. Because being average means you learned how to survive in the system. You learned how to wake up when the alarm rings. You learned how to follow instructions. You learned how to do what's expected of you. School trained you for it. Society rewarded you for it. Your environment normalized it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But here's the part most people never hear. Being average is useful until you decide to stay there forever. Average is where discipline begins, but it was never meant to be where life ends. At first, average feels safe, predictable, comfortable. You know what's coming next month. You know what your paycheck looks like. You know your routine so well that life starts running on autopilot. And that's when the danger begins, because comfort slowly turns into a cage. Let me ask you something honestly. Have you ever felt like you're doing fine, but not alive? You're not failing, you're not struggling badly, but you're not excited either. You wake up, you work, you scroll, you sleep, day after day. That feeling, that quiet dissatisfaction, that's not laziness. That's your potential knocking. Here's the truth. Most people don't fail loudly. They fail silently. They fail by staying average for too long. Not because they couldn't do more, but because they never decided to. Average is not the enemy. Staying average is. The moment average becomes your identity, growth becomes uncomfortable. You start saying things like, "This is just how I am. I'm not built for more. At least I'm better than some people." And that's how dreams slowly suffocate. Let me be very clear. You don't need talent to be more. You don't need luck to be more. You don't need connections to be more. You need courage. Courage to say, "I refuse to stop at normal." The world doesn't reward potential. It rewards execution. And execution is boring. It's waking up early when motivation is gone. It's practicing when nobody is watching. It's repeating the same habits when progress feels invisible. That's why most people quit. Not because it's hard, but because it's unglamorous. Let me tell you something important. Success is boring before it becomes inspiring. Before people admire your discipline, they ignore it. Before they respect your grind, they question it. Before they ask you for advice, they laugh at your consistency. And you have to be okay with that. Because choosing to be more means choosing discomfort. It means reading when others are scrolling, training when others are resting, improving when others are complaining. It means being misunderstood for a while. Growth is lonely, and loneliness scares people back into average. But listen carefully. Loneliness is not a punishment. It's a transition. You are not losing people. You are outgrowing versions of yourself. At some point, you must stop asking for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect time, the perfect mood, the perfect opportunity. Because perfect never arrives. Progress does. Only when you move. Here's a hard truth. Nobody is coming to save you. And that's not depressing. That's empowering. Because if no one is coming, then you are enough. Your habits will decide your future, not your intentions. Every great transformation starts with a quiet decision. Not a loud announcement, not a motivational quote, not a New Year promise, just a decision you make alone. I will no longer settle. And here's the part most people don't realize. You don't become extraordinary overnight. You become extraordinary by doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. Consistency beats intensity. Discipline beats motivation. Daily effort beats rare inspiration. Being average taught you how to show up. Now it's time to upgrade how you show up. Not for applause, not for validation, but for self-respect. Because one day, years from now, you'll look back at this moment and you'll say, "I'm proud I chose growth," or "I wish I had tried." Let me end with this. You were never created just to fit in. You were trained to survive, yes, but you were born to evolve. Being average is a skill, but choosing to be more, that is a decision. And that decision can change everything. Read this before you settle. Average kept you alive, but greatness is waiting for your courage.